Alright boys, are you excited? I am pretty excited because today we're driving a 1991 Acura NSX. Now, I drove one, actually one of my first ever videos on the channel. That one was pretty close to bone stock and I had mixed feelings, let's just say that. This example, however, has been very tastefully tuned by the owner Jimmy, and I'm very excited for a few main reasons. Number one is that we have the short gearing and the JDM final drive, and that's going to address one of the big issues I had with that original USDM stock NSX. We've got these forged CE28 wheels wrapped in Dunlop Dureza tires, 265 section width in the rear, 215 in the front. Car sitting nice on KW V3 coilovers, Titec exhaust. We got headers done as well. I am excited. Old school key. Oh my god, time machine. And I'm excited. Whew. This car is an icon for any JDM fan, especially if you like Senna. Now, like most men, I appreciate a nice rack, and this steering rack is mostly good. Guys, the short gearing totally transforms the car, by the way. But back to the steering rack. It's manual, it's unassisted, it's raw, unfiltered. I love the feedback through it. This car has 83,000 miles. And the steering's not too tired. It's still pretty accurate. You don't have much slop to it. But the issue I have is that because it's manual, you need to have a slower ratio, and that means a lot of rotation of the steering wheel to get the car to point in the direction you want. Normally I like to drive in 9 and 3, but I'm gonna have to start moving my hands on the wheel because that steering ratio is so slow, and that makes the turn and feel a little bit slower as well. But guys, the final drive, the shorter gearing has totally transformed this car. It is... Love that Titec exhaust with the headers too. What's up, Porsches? Oh my god. Malibu Canyons, Acura NSX. Life is good. Now, the shorter gearing does make a world of a difference. I remember that being one of the big hang-ups I had with that original NSX I drove, because you just didn't feel you could shift it that often. It held the car back. You couldn't quite get to the power band. You were either redlining one gear or not in the power band of the next gear. Brakes, as in any mostly stock NSX, is a limiting factor for sure. We have hawk pads, but that initial pedal travel does not do anything. You're like, oh shit, did the brakes work? And then you keep pushing further, and then you start slowing down gradually. Coilover's doing a nice job with the body control while maintaining a nice, comfortable ride. God, the transmissions in these cars, man, Honda, pure magic. You know, one thing I didn't recall from that previous NSX, these are OEM seats and everything, but I'm sitting so high up. My hair actually touches the roof. I don't think I would be able to track this because I just wouldn't fit. My helmet would be crushing down on my neck. So just keep that in mind if you're a taller driver. I'm 6'1", but I am mostly in the leg, so I don't think you have to be even that tall to have an issue with it. Oh yes. this shorter gearing and that JDM final drive really is transforming the driving experience of this car. God, I love how unadulterated that steering is. Yeah, a lot of work to get this car to turn with that slow ratio. Oh, every nook and cranny of this road I am getting from the wheel. Heel toe is a cinch, beautiful throttle response. Old school cable actuated throttle. Love that. You know, the NSX is such an amazing platform, and I feel like in the USDM stock form, it underwhelmed me. But it's one of those cars that just with a few tweaks here and there, and granted the shorter gearing is not cheap by any means. You're dropping a pretty penny. I believe it's $7,000 plus. That's before labor. It transforms the car. If there's anything holding the car back right now, it would be the brakes. And I guess the steering you have to get used to, but right now it does also feel, it makes a lot of these turns a little bit more cumbersome. I don't like having to move my hand on the wheel, but I'm finding myself, it's necessary in this car on these tighter turns. Such a tastefully modded car too. I love, normally, I'm an old man at heart, guys, and normally loud exhausts bother me. This one sounds great. Titec exhaust with the headers. And these cars were rated at 275, and remember that gentleman's agreement in Japan between all the manufacturers. This car just feels so well balanced. Decades ago can still offer such a rewarding driving experience, and it's compared, like the manual transmission on these Honda transmissions, the NSX, the Honda S2000, they're still some of the best in the game 30 plus years later. Now I'm gonna shut up for your oral pleasure. Enjoy. having to short shift from that 8,000 RPM red line because this road just doesn't give us enough straights to really open her up. And I want that pleasure. I want to engage with this gearbox because it's just so good. Leave it to Honda to really dial in all the driver inputs. Everything here feels very cohesive. The one thing, again, is the brake pedal feel. But the clutch pedal, the throttle response, immediate. The gear shifter, I mean, I know it's cliche, but that bolt action rifle precision mechanical feel that we all love. Oh, yes. Yes, boys. Steering wheel that really accentuates every single nook and cranny. It's like that teacher in school that really enunciated and really made every little mark of punctuation feel present. Woo, a little bit of oversteer there. That's what we like. Such a gradual and progressive car too. Not hard to control. And that's the key, that's the joy of this car, because it talks to you, it speaks with you, it communicates in a way that you feel comfortable. You feel like it's not gonna surprise you, because unlike that one toxic ex-girlfriend, it maintains a line of communication where you know exactly what it's thinking. You know exactly what to expect. Obviously with the shorter gearing, it's not just a matter of shifting more frequently, but you pull harder too. You get that mechanical leverage, that mechanical advantage, such that it feels like the car has more power. And that's a beautiful thing. suspension doing a great job soaking up these bumps without getting unsettled and without multiple undulations. We just get a single compression. Days like these are almost bittersweet. More sweet than bitter. But I just feel like, damn, I wish I could own more cars. I wish I had more garage space. Because this car it's bringing the best from the 90s, the best of Honda, and distilling it into a single driver experience. You have one of the best shifters in the game to this day. You have that beautiful MR balance, that Honda attention to detail and precision, that beautiful racing-inspired engineering. And it really shows, that Honda DNA. It really, really shows. I'm gonna leave you all with this one last parting gift. Thanks for watching, my friends. Much love, and I'll see you guys in that next one.